There is one aspect in rail fanning which I have definitely neglected to yap about, and that is a thing that in most cases makes up 95% of the train. The rail cars. The more I see the exact same GEVO leaders over and over again, the more I begin to actually appreciate what's behind the locomotives. I don't know, call me crazy, but I think it's kind of just a little bit of a good thing. It's added like this whole second perspective I never would have thought about otherwise. So, might as well talk about it. No, this is not me GEVO glazing. That'll never happen. I'm just pointing it out. Welcome to What Your Favorite Rail Car Says About You. Like and subscribe for a free BNSF heritage unit. Coal hopper. If you enjoy seeing long lines of coal hoppers, you probably have some sort of OCD and you enjoy it when everything looks exactly the same. Or you just hardly ever see coal trains, so when you finally do, it feels like you're experiencing something rare. That's kind of the case for me because I really like coal hoppers. I guess I'd say I'm a little bit of both. You're the sort of person who cries every time you read the news of another coal plant shutting down, which, fair I guess. I like the coal trains too. You might also drive a Tesla. Empty center beam. You're the sort of person who always sets your tripod within 5 feet of the train just so you can get footage of it blowing down the second an empty center beam flies by. You also like being able to see if someone is waiting across the tracks on the other side of the train so you can absolutely book it out of there without being questioned after the train goes by. I can't say I haven't done that. Loaded center beam. You're the most basic human on the planet. Go get a life. Gondola. If you like gondolas, you're the type of person who hopes and prays before every train passes that it has a long string of gondolas towards the head end to increase the chances of said train derailing on camera so you become famous overnight for catching such a rare event. Your go-to spot is anywhere on a steep downhill grade, as short, lighter cars at the head end of a heavy train increase the probability of a derailment, especially if they're empty. Well cars with double stacks. Otherwise known as an intermodal car, but that's technically not what it's called. If you're a fan of double stacks, you're a big fan of anything fast. You probably drive an average speed of 90 miles an hour, even when you're not late, and you're the type of foamer who has no patience whatsoever, and you go insane if you have to wait in one spot for more than 5 minutes. You're also just one of the most base types of foamers, because double stack intermodals just hit the spot. Well cars with single containers. If you like well cars with single containers, I'll say you're a little bit of a strange person because I think we can all agree containers look infinitely better when they're in a pair, and having just one container looks incomplete. Yeah, I don't have much to say about you other than you probably just want to be different. Empty intermodal well cars. If you like empty intermodal well cars, the door is right there, bro. You can get out. Nah, just kidding. You can stay. You're allowed to like whatever you want in here. And I'm not going to judge you personally, but what this does say about you is you're not a huge fan of rolling stock in general. You probably foam over light power versus an actual train because let's be real, man. Bare table photos have this tendency to look like light power from a distance, even when they're close. Or maybe I'm just stupid and not observant enough. I don't know. You tell me. Coil cars. If you like coil cars, you're probably a fan of unique things because coil cars are just that. You're probably an Alco is actually better than GE and EMD type of person. I don't know why that's the first thing that popped into my head, but boxcar. If you like boxcars, you're so based. Boxcars are such an iconic staple of railroading and have a very timeless and overall just really nice look. Or you're a graffiti artist because I can't recall more than a handful of the probably tens of thousands of boxcars I've seen in my days trackside with no graffiti. And these stupid things always have so much on them. Stuff is just like caked to the sides, and if you like boxcars, you can't convince me you haven't picked up a can of spray paint at least once in your life. Now check that link in the description. Part 2 comes out if I get enough likes.